My name is Stan Yeager, and welcome to my gallery, the Hunter Gallery in Mountain Lakes, New Jersey. Initially, it was a place to display my sculpture and also the pieces I collected over the years. But then once it was assembled, I recognized that it gave me and people who come into the gallery an opportunity to learn. Because it's not just contemporary, but it goes back to the 17th century. And it's a wonderful journey to be able to explore that and share with people that wish to learn. After becoming a dentist, I decided that I wanted to study art history as being my true love. And you have to learn the process of what it takes to become an art historian. You can get swamped by the details, the minutiae that exists in art history. And I realized after I did it for 2-3 years, while I'm still working as an adult, I said, you know what, rather than learn about it, do it. So I tried it. I'm self-taught. I learned how to put these things together because there's a process. And it just takes time to learn. And then you start doing it. And you learn again as you go along how to create something that is meaningful. Sometimes that is based on a specific idea that you want to try to execute and express. Other times it's based upon the person that poses for you. I think the most significant was 9/11. I had to express it in some way, shape, or form in order to be able to express how I felt, how we all felt, to make it visual. A lot of times it's based upon a particular model, what she brings to the table, or he, but mostly it's a female. I like to work in nudes, I like to do nudes. But it's not about just presenting the body, it's about presenting a moment. Because everything here is a split second in time. It gives you a rush. When you do it and you're involved in it, you get a real high from it. Right. The process of creation, I have that in the office as a dentist, but this is different. You're creating something else. I love art and other beautiful things, so we try to create something that is beautiful and not entertaining, but absorbing by the viewer. Sometimes, again, I can refer back to 9/11, which was the most marked example of how I responded to a particular event. That definitely made me want to create something relative to that. And it's based upon what pops into my head. There are other examples here where you'll see that the model will make me create something that's meaningful for that particular person in the pose that I wanted it to stay in. But everything comes down to, I present something for the individual to respond to. It's one split second of time. The next second is different. The second before it's different. And that presents something to the viewer and then let them respond to it. Let them create the story behind that. It'd be different from every person that you talk to. That's the idea of art. But when you create something, again, you're creating a tableau, a moment in time. But how that person responds to it is based upon their own personal experiences. That's why everyone's unique. People are drawn to certain objects. People respond to them instinctively. You don't say, why are you responding to it? Most times people can't explain it. They're drawn to something. And everyone's different. Some people can walk to the gallery and stop and stare at something, admire the beauty of the object, or have it reflect what their own personal experiences are. Whether it's an idea that's come to me, a photograph that makes me respond to it, or I have the actual model that allow me then to create something. The first thing you do is decide what it is you want to create, what do you want to do, what works. It can be staged, and it probably is most of the time. But then you have to make it interesting. You really have to consider the viewer and how they're going to respond to it. And so it has to be interesting. It has to be structurally possible. But then when you get down to it, the last part of the process is actually infusing with that piece the emotion that you're trying to capture. I live in Jersey. New York is like half an hour away, and everyone was affected by it. So for me to be able to express myself, I do it through my hands, through the art. I had to get out of my system. So the first thing I did was actually submit a proposal for the 9/11 memorial. I wasn't chosen, but regardless, this was one of the things I created in response to what happened on 9/11. You saw the firefighters, the ones that were lost, the ones that were there the whole day. And this is a tribute to what they did. So the way it played out was, this is the end of the day, of a very, very long day, and they controlled themselves to do their job. Job came first. They sacrificed themselves to do the job as they came up the stairwell of the towers. And so this individual is a composite of what I saw of pictures, not individual. And so I wanted to show him as he finished his day, he's still in control of himself. So if you look carefully onto his right, you'll see a pry bar and his gloves that were placed on some debris. And then at that point in time, he let go, overwhelmed by the events of that day and the friends he lost. So all the equipment is to scale. I was able to obtain the helmet, the oxygen tank, everything, and his actual coat itself. So I wanted to be realistic. So you feel the weight. The tank makes you feel the weight of that moment of what he experienced. When I first had it done, it was more of a gray cast to the figure and to the pieces of paper on the ground and the fine ash. It's changed over the course of time because he was in the midst of it. But this is part of one of the things that I did, but it's not the only one. I mean, that's just an easy response to something that you have to express yourself in some way, shape, or form. That's how it came out for me. I always wanted to open a gallery for many years. And then I had to change location in my office. I had to move my studio. And so it gave me an opportunity when I moved the studio to find space that will allow me not just to show the work that I've done and the work that I'm creating, but also the paintings and engravings and any form of art that I collected over the years. So that the fact that it happened the way it did is irrelevant, but it's given me the opportunity then to not just display what I have, but also to serve as a source of information about the art that I've collected. This is not just current or contemporary art. This is a collection that spans centuries. So this is actually the forum for me to talk about the art, to talk about the different artists and how it evolved over the course of time. Contemporary means more representational and not so much modern where you can't see something that you respond to. There's a good chance for me to do this right now. And now I have a space to also work and create more work, more art.